Hello there, International Math 1 students. This is task 1.3, and we are looking at the RSG section of our Mathematics Vision project. This is actually directly from your Ready portion of your Ready, Set, Go. And I simply copied it, and we're going to be working through this first one together, and I think that will help give you guidance for the remaining problems on this page. The instructions here, the goal of this little assignment is just to get you used to finding your way through a function table, through an input-output table. Okay, so we're going to use the table that has been given to identify a value for n, and then part B as asking us to use the value for n that we found in A and using the table to find the indicated value for B. Whoa, that seems kind of complicated, but that's why we're taking some time to work through it. And it seems kind of circular almost, but we're going to work through it, and it kind of, once you get it, it makes sense. Okay, so here's the table that they have given us, and it's very important to note that we have an n row and we have an f of n row. Now we could very easily have made this into an xy table. The inputs are the n, so that could be x, and the f of n, now remember that's not saying f times n, that's f of n, and that could very well, that entire little package, we could just change that into a y and we would be just fine. However, mathematical structures change, and we have to be able to understand and use all of the structures that we could possibly be given to interpret. Okay, so the instructions are to find when f of n equals 12, what is the value of n? Okay, well, this first one, the big thing that I look at right here is this f of n. Okay, that's going to tell me what row I look at. I can just come right up here and I look at that f of n, oh, looky there, and then I'm just going to scoot on down my row until, oh, looky there, there's 12. Okay, so if f of n is 12, the question is, what's the value of n? Well, if it's 12, then I just go right up here into the n row, or the input row, and I see that the corresponding input for 12 as an output is 5. So we have just investigated this, and I just duplicated the table here, and our answer would be 5, because when the output is 12, somehow 5 went into the machine in order to, or into our function, in order to give us an output of 12. Okay, so n equals 5 would be your answer for 1A. Alrighty, now part B, a little more complex because they're throwing at us this notation, what is the value of f of n minus 1? And remember the instructions for part B, I am going to go back and read them again. Then using the value for n, which we got 5, that you determined in A, we want to use the table to find the indicated value for B. Okay, so we have the value for n right now, and we have to use this in this f of n minus 1 in order to help us find, let's see what we're looking for, in order to help us find f of n minus 1. Okay, so let's take this one step at a time. F of n minus 1 is our given request, and if we know that n is 5, I am going to then substitute the 5 that I found in part A into the function notation right here. So we end up with f of 5 minus 1. Now that's a little uncomfortable for us, and especially at this stage of the year, it's kind of early in the school year, but it's all about simplifying it. Now they're asking us, well, what's f of 4? So in other words, what this is saying is, if 4 goes into our function value, what is going to be the output? I'm going to say that again. If 4 goes into the function, what is going to be the output? This is very different than A, when we were given the output up here and we were asked what the input is. And it's very important maybe that at this point you could even pause the video and investigate just what are the differences between this f of 4 equals something something and this f of n equals 12, where the missing piece is in the function notation portion. Okay, so if 4 goes into this function, okay, or if it's the x value or the n value, that's kind of how we thought of it, what will then be the output? And the output in this case is 7. So f of 4 equals 7.